So just get a post-it note, stick it to Mr. Popo's head. There you go. That's what you got to do, man.
This
Yeah.
could have been an email. Hey there, Toonami faithful, and welcome back aboard Toonami Absolution, where we talk about the shows that made us us and the shows that made you you. Well, once again, we are your hosts. My name is Alex.
I'm Sam.
And I'm John. Dragon Ball Z Ocean, episode 20. Time's Up debuted April 12th, 1997, made of Nappa's Rampage and Nimbus Speed. And episode 21, The Return of Goku. April 19th debut, made of Nimbus Speed and Goku's Arrival.
We're really compacting these Dragon Ball episodes compared to the original release.
Yeah, we're really shoving them in there. Damn.
We're shoving them in, but very little happens across these two episodes.
Well, that's not true. We got like some big deaths happening.
Yes, we've got
Which take up about 3 minutes of the entire thing.
Well, that's also true. There is that part.
We do lose 2 Namekians for the price of 1.
And Kami-san, according to Ocean Mr. Popo, which confuses the hell out of me. Like,
Yeah.
So across these episodes of the Ocean Hub, we get 2 weird milestones, like 2 of the only times we'll see Japanese being used. Mr. Popo, when Kami does his little vanishing, shouts "Kami-san," which is wrong. It should be Kami-sama, but I guess Ocean were like, we'll have a bit of Japanese, but we're not going to translate it correctly. But also, Bulma looks at a picture and calls Tien Shinhan, which is the only time we'll see the Shinhan used in this dub. Though she does say 10 rather than Tien.
I'm curious, like for the Mr. Popo one, it doesn't make sense, but for the Bulma one, was that for like a lip flap thing, or?
I could find zero confirmation from anyone involved what that was. It could just also be a flub that the person knew what the original was and went with it. But I also love that picture bit because, so yeah, we're jumping around a bit, but Bulma looks at a picture of all of them when they're all happy together before the death. They've scrubbed Launch out of that picture.
Yeah, Launch isn't real.
Yeah, we don't, if we edited her out of episodes like 20 episodes ago, we're not going to include her now. Like,
it just seems like a weird extra step to take for because this costs money to do.
It's oddly vindictive. I get it.
Listen, we don't talk about Launch since the incident.
Chi-Chi stole her guns in this episode.
Yeah, that's when she left Kame House. She left a cache of weaponry that
in case I ever come back.
Yeah.
Red Dawn Chi-Chi.
Yeah. Wolverines never die.
That's the saddest moment of this for me. I wish they'd have done something with that. Because she's the daughter of the Ox King. She should at least be able to go and shout at Nappa.
She is also, at this point in the story, the strongest woman on Earth. Canonically.
I mean, I think the last time we see Chi-Chi fight is Dead Zone. I think that...
No, it happens in Lord Slug.
Oh, that's right. She takes down the 2 or 3 helmeted men and then gets punched in the stomach, and then that's it.
Yeah.
Go, girl.
You got this, Chi-Chi. At least it was 3,
Yeah, with one kick.
For 30 seconds, the spirit of feminism washed over the Toei offices and then washed away.
It was like the ocean coming in and out.
Yeah. Just like in their opening title thing, that's the wave. That's the wave you see hit the rocks. That's feminism, and then it recedes.
It's like a whisper of feminism, like when you wring out an orange peel over the top of a glass.
Yeah, just a hint, just the scent, and then that's
the scent of it.
Yeah, these episodes we get just a lot of blood cutting from Ocean. We get some more lovely dialogue because they cut. Nappa blows up a city. We cut all of the devastation from that. And Nappa's like, these Earthlings are such cowards. A little target practice on some empty buildings and they scatter. Nappa's just very good at identifying how many people are in an office building just by glance. It's his special skill.
It's true. He's very good at that. He was the commander-in-chief of the Saiyan army,
I love that. Yes, Nappa was commander-in-chief. Let's never think of this again.
Yeah, this will not be relevant. What does that even mean?
Also, imagine
Um,
Nappa giving orders. This guy's got ADHD up the wazoo. He can't focus for more than 30 seconds.
that's why they
Like,
were subjugated so easily by King Cold and Frieza, frankly.
also, I gotta throw this out here. Do Nappa and Vegeta in the Ocean Dub 2U give off kind of a Beavis and Butthead vibe?
More so Nappa, certainly, right?
But every now
Uh,
and then you get Vegeta doing that like heh cool thing, you know? It's very MTV.
yeah, which isn't obviously in the Japanese or Funimation dub, and when they do the multiform form that you're referring to, where he's like, "Hey, cool," he says it's quite the opposite. He goes, "Amateurs," like that's what the smirk is.
Yeah, like I don't know what it is, but their interactions are so like I understand why we have one of the most memed moments on the internet coming up because my god, the way they talk to each other is crazy sometimes.
So funny how this isn't Vegeta. Like, clearly, like the beating he is going to receive did to Goku what falling off that did to him what falling off the ravine did to Goku. It knocked brain cells loose.
I think I'm trying to think what the point at what point Vegeta gets becomes, and it's not just, hooking up with Bulma. I
When he
think it
becomes a good guy,
Yeah, or at least there's like where he becomes more subservient to people like the Z fighters. Like, I would
it's
say it's
after
probably
Boo.
the
Boo.
fact that he gets killed by Frieza. Um,
Nah.
take
I'm throwing I think it's Boo. I think it's when after he blows up Boo and then doesn't end up doing it.
well,
That's
he
when
doesn't. He
Vegeta.
doesn't. There's multiple humbling moments of Vegeta where he kind of gradually grows a bit. But I think one of the big ones is the fact that Vegeta endures back shots from Frieza at the bottom of a lake on Namek,
He
and that
gets those back shots, but
yeah.
Vegeta. But that's okay. Really quick sidebar. The problem is though, is Vegeta is the cause of pretty much every problem in Dragon Ball Z. Like he is the inciting incident for so many of these arcs, right?
certainly
like
the escalation of them.
like he
Because the
comes
androids
here.
were going to exist with just Goku.
Yeah, like the androids would have existed, but Vegeta was the one who was like, "Hey, Cell, eat this teenager." You know, like he
Well,
becomes Majin Vegeta, all that kind of stuff.
do you think now is Vegeta or Krillin more to blame for Cell reaching his perfect form?
Both of them. It is both of them.
Just equal.
Like it
I
is. It is
I
equal.
can't blame Krillin because Krillin is like Krillin's whole life was like I was a monk, but I was so bad at being a monk the other monks kicked me out. Then I lived on an island with just a pervert and his multiple personality friend. There's no universe where Krillin is like a responsible adult. It's fine. Like Krillin is like, you shouldn't have done that, sweetie, but I understand you don't understand our human customs yet. They're there. Have a colouring book.
Yeah,
Vegeta is like, I'm the best educated Saiyan elite. You should know this stuff.
and then Goku does it in Super when the universe tournament happens when everyone was going to get blown up because of him. But Vegeta is the inciting incident of Dragon Ball Z. I love him. He is Chekhov's egomaniac.
He just does whatever because.
Well, it's because of Vegeta that the Z fighters survived this long, right? Because he's like, I want to see what this Goku's got. Let's give him 3 hours. Let's see what they got cooking. And then time, as John pointed out, time's up for our heroes with
It's
this
true.
episode.
Yep, and we get onto the dying, and we get to Piccolo dying, which comes at the stupidest line Ocean have, where Nappa's like, "You'll be waiting for a bus somewhere in the next dimension." What the fuck does that mean? And then Piccolo goes, "Haven't you ever heard the story of David and Goliath?" No, Piccolo, he clearly hasn't. Also, how have you heard that story?
Yeah, David. Apparently, the Christian Bible is canon.
In in
in Dragon.
Dragon World, is like David an animal person?
Oh,
Is he like a dog?
what anthropomorphic animal would be good at flinging rocks?
Monkey.
A monkey.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so it's a little okay. We've already done the Journey to the West stuff. I guess let's lean into that a little more.
Yeah.
I
A
mean,
gorilla, which is different than a monkey.
a gorilla would
Uh,
throw barrels, though.
That's
yes, if
true.
Donkey
He
Kong
works.
has taught me anything, it would be barrels and springs.
Barrels and springs. But yeah, this is I need to do a comparison. Do we think which version do we think is better for Piccolo's death, Funimation or Ocean?
Oh God, it's not even like it's Funimation.
Funimation, 100%.
Yeah.
Funimation, because Ocean have Piccolo's body disappear, which kills off one of the best scenes in the show, which we'll get. Do it. Let me quickly check to make sure I've got it right. Yes, we cut the scene. It will be in Return of Goku. Goku checks the pulse of Yamcha, checks the pulse of Piccolo, and that leads to Goku going sort of silent destroyer mode. And yeah, we kind of need that scene. And yeah, Ocean like, no, Piccolo just goes wee off into the ether.
Away.
I love Piccolo's delivery in Ocean though, because he's like, I think I'm phasing into another dimension. But it's like he says it in a way that makes it sound like he doesn't quite know. So it's like, is there another dimension Piccolo's going to? Like, is there like Namekian other world he's visiting?
Well, it's like in Chinese cosmology. There's millions of heavens. So yeah, there's he's going off into Namekian heaven.
Sorry, Gohan, I've reserved myself for space at the Hyatt Regency heaven.
Sorry, Gohan, you can't come.
Namekian's only on the door.
I do like Gohan's delivery during these scenes, though. I gotta admit that his voice actress at this point is really selling a lot of this, as opposed to Krillin's voice actor, who, my God, we're struggling there, aren't we, buddy?
Yeah, we still need them Sunny Straits. We still need them Sunny Straits.
Krillin is really bad. I also really like, this is also thing in Japan, but I love Kami when he's like, you've got to go find the Namekian Dragon Balls. And when he's going, he tells Popo, remember this. I was like, you've been stood here doing nothing for 20 minutes, Kami. You could have just written it down.
Yeah. You've been dying for 30 minutes.
Well, and in the original dub, he knows he's going, both the original dub and the Funimation dub, he knows before this fight starts, he's going to die. He's like, oh, this is going to be it.
Just get a post-it note, stick it to Mr. Popo's head. There you go. That's what you got to do, man.
Yeah.
This could have been an email.
Also, remember, while I'm gone, keep cleaning the fridge.
Can you water my plants, Mr. Popo? I will be back.
Yes, use the sacred water.
Yeah, Yajirobe will say he can come to my funeral. That is a lie. Yajirobe cannot come to my funeral.
Yajirobe's not allowed. Don't ask why.
I don't think Yajirobe ever goes to the lookout ever again.
Can you blame them?
He lives with Korin. He doesn't have to go to the lookout anymore. Now he lives there.
Talking of other weird changes, one of my favorite is in Return of Goku. We decide to remove the dramatic line of Roshi being like, we can't bring anyone back, there's no Dragon Balls now. To Bulma going, does that mean we need Dragon Balls from somewhere else? Like, Bulma, how do you know Namek exists? This, again, causes so many problems, because, again, it implies, why didn't you go get that set at the same time you got this set?
Well, don't you know the Namekians are the golden goose, and all you have to do is go into the coop?
Yeah, Vegeta knows that story and forgets how that story famously ends. The story of the golden goose is, don't go get more golden keys.
Yeah, I mean, it's I do like little moments where they kind of tee up stuff that the Japanese dub wouldn't have known at the time. But yeah, it is Bulma pulling an entire planet out of her ass is a bit of a stretch.
Also, when you think of how the Namekian Dragon Balls are, you could be like, well, Bulma, you could have saved Yamcha's life.
Yes.
But you were too lazy.
Yeah.
Listen, their relationship has been on the rocks. She needs a little bit of a break, you know?
I mean, you could use the balls for that.
Yeah, it's implied that they've been kind of on a break for a while. If Krillin needs to track him down, and it's not Bulma that recruits Yamcha, it's Krillin.
Yeah, that is true.
Reverse obsession. She only uses the magic once he's dead.
Yeah.
Oof.
Like how much of the Goku Nappa fight has been kind of trimmed though? It's got to be a substantial amount.
Yeah, it looks way shorter.
I think if I was to eyeball it, I would say about 80%.
Damn.
We cut through, like, it's about 2 episodes worth in Japan. We get through this in about 13 minutes, I think, depending where you want to sort of count, start and end the fight.
Yeah.
But Goku goes Kaioken practically immediately in Ocean, and it's amazing. I think one of the big problems Ocean have is because they put all this together, the Kaioken immediately loses all meaning.
Yeah.
It's like, could destroy my body. times 1, times 2, times 3, times 4. Like within a few episodes, he's tripling it. It's like, well, okay, I guess your body's fine.
I do. Well, one of the things, and we'll get to it next week, but I do love how, like, how incapacitated he is by how much it pushes him. Because that's basically what takes him down before Vegeta even lays his giant ape hands on him.
One of my favorite things in Dragon Ball, and maybe this makes me a little sadistic, I'm not sure. I love when the techniques look so, and the transformations look so painful. Like the Kaioken does not look pleasant to use. Turning Super Saiyan does not look or sound pleasant to use. And I've always kind of loved that in media where it's like, you're going to get all this great power, but it's going to suck. And you have to make the decision to do it. So I've always appreciated that. So it does suck that the Kaioken loses a lot of that stage presence because of this.
Yeah, it always makes me chuckle in Sparking Zero. One of Goku's forms will start doing, I think it's Spirit Bomb. Then it'll cut to him going, "How about Kaioken times 10?" I'm like, Goku, isn't this going to stop your heart? Like, now is not the time for bits. Well, yes, actually, if you want to stop your own heart, that is the time for bits.
It's absolutely the time for bits. I don't even know what you're talking about here.
I mean, I'm personally of the mind that they still keep quite a bit of the Kaioken, because he only uses it for a split second here, basically just to break Nappa's spine and be like, "Here's your boy."
That's so brutal. I love when Goku's brutal. Like he snapped a couple of spines in his time, which is kind of crazy to say out loud.
Well, and that's what I enjoy about movie Goku, where he's just like, stakes are here. Now I'm gonna have to kill you. Like, I'm not even going to like give you a portion of my energy or warn you away. It's like, hey, we've only got 70 minutes. I have to make this count. Sometimes less than 70, usually less than 70 minutes.
No senzu beans for you. Straight to hell you go.
Yeah.
I now have a taste for blood, but
I want to see I want to see if there's like a Goku section in hell. Like, we kind of get a glimpse
set
of
it
that.
up.
We get a glimpse of it in the Kid Buu fight, and where they're all just watching him fight Kid Buu.
oh
But,
yeah.
But there's
was
no
that
movie
filler?
characters there.
I think it might be filler. It's too many people for a
Oh,
mega
it's 100%.
panel.
Yeah, it's 100%. Because Toriyama was like, actually, this is what Frieza in Hell looks like when he did, Resurrection F.
Oh right, when he had him in the cocoon with the parade.
The fairies, yeah. Frieza's hell is just My Little Pony.
Yeah.
Very funny, actually. Extremely funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should probably get onto it. We do get the most famous line in dubbing history. Do we all want to say it after 3?
Yeah.
Vegeta, what does
1,
the scouter say about his power level?
2, 3.
It's
Over
over
9,000.
What? 9,000? Yes. A famous meme. One that isn't as famous today as it was when we were young, sprightly teenagers on the internet.
Yeah, I mean, that was like first generation, like YouTube. I was like in college at the time, like when that really took off.
It was the default meme, like, effectively. It's so funny how it had this kind of weird, like, life, because, yeah, it's actually wrong. In Japan, it's 8,000, not 9,000.
Yeah.
But when Sabot comes in, people complain that his retake of the line wasn't good, because he just does it kind of how Vegeta does it in Japan, where it's like, it's over 9,000.
Yeah.
He doesn't really give a crap. So when the Kai comes round, Sabot starts copying Drummond's take of it. What's really funny is it's different depending if you watch on TV or DVD. The TV version of Kai keeps over 9,000, but the DVD version fixes it back to 8,000.
Interesting.
And there are some releases that actually have a special option to switch between which version if you want 9,000 or 8,000. Because it was such a popular line.
I don't think we can oversell how pervasive this meme was. People who hadn't even watched Dragon Ball ever knew that meme. Any 4chan board you were on was going to have it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it is the original YouTube poop, really. It's so many of my brain cells have rotted because of watching variations of It's Over 9,000.
I think the reason it isn't sort of as big today is literally because it sort of became such a thing. It became an anti-meme after a while. Like it was so like there used to be anime forums that would ban you for using it because it was so common that everyone would just spam it and it derailed anything. So it was stomped out because it was annoying.
Did you ever see the letter that somebody sent Oprah to get her to say it's over 9,000?
Yep, I've seen the clip. It's great.
Yeah, 9,000 penises. Over 9,000 penises.
Over 1,000 penises. Like, but yeah, it's so. I struggle to really understand how memes hit in the way that they do. I think there's like a psychological thing that but I don't understand what makes one thing memeable and what makes the other thing not. This I completely understand what makes it memeable. And it like Drummond's performance, the kind of awkward, stilted way Nappa asks the question, how over the top the whole thing is. It's the perfect storm of camp and aggressiveness.
And it had the advantage of it was totally. Keep in mind, this was before YouTube. This came about,
yeah.
so this was perfect for image templates as well. Like the performance is so distinct, you can put it in an image and you'll read it in the right voice, kind of thing.
Yeah,
it carries a tone.
It really, I mean, like I was saying, when they brought it over to YouTube, that's when I first was introduced to it. But I mean, yeah, you can just it was like among the first wave of popular GIFs because, like John was saying, if you just saw it, you knew you could hear Brian Drummond screaming it.
I mean, it goes all the way back to the Icon has cheeseburger craze. Like you would see the same, like an Icon has cheeseburger cat would be right next to a Vegeta.
Yeah.
Back in
Now,
the good old days when
In the
things
good
were
old
right.
days.
oh man, back when like 4chan was tolerable.
Back when 4chan was before the 7chan migration. Yeah, that's right, nerds. I know the words.
When men were men and insects ran small businesses. Yeah, no, it was literally inescapable. I think I said there are people who've never seen Dragon Ball Z who know what that meme is, which is just pure testament to it. If you go like sort of really, you can tell how old a Steam game is because any game on Steam that was released before like 2009, there's pretty much a guarantee if there are numbers involved, there will be an achievement called it's over 9,000.
Oh yeah.
And to this day, there's still trophies that, especially if they're playing a Dragon Ball game like Xenoverse or something, it's like,
yeah,
we got to slip this in here.
But there's so many like RPG Maker games or like indie things that have the over 9,000 meme in their trophies.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is so wild to think about that meme in the year of our Lord 2026.
Yes, here we are about approximately 20 years or so. Maybe a little over 20 years since this thing came around. And yeah, it's a hell of a thing to have marked my onlineness with it's over 9,000.
Do you think Brian Drummond is over people asking him to say it's over 9,000?
I'm sure if the cameo money keeps coming in, he'll keep doing it.
Does he have a cameo?
Everybody, I'm sure he has a cameo.
We should get a cameo from
EA has
Brian
a
Drummond.
cameo, right?
Even just on like the convention circuit, that's a line you can eat out on. That pays for dinner. And like of all the performances you get to recreate, the stupid one is probably like, it's not like he's being asked to. Of all the things you can ask to be do in public, at least you're not Johnny Knoxville being told to shove stuff in your mouth. It's like, just say a stupid line. Okay. It's like, it kind of sucks doing the same thing, but I can buy a house. The old Michael Caine about Jaws 3. Never seen the film, but I've seen the house it brought.
That's true.
Fantastic.
Like,
I actually watched that movie in its entirety recently.
I love
I'm
that.
bored.
Maybe I'll make that my next movie one of these days.
Jaws 3.
Jaws 3.
No. Jaws the Revenge.
Oh,
Jaws
right.
3D is with Dennis Quaid.
Jaws 3 is my father.
But as we're going on, I also want to bring up my brilliant ocean thing I love is that when Piccolo has his really nice flashback to Gohan, they have that. I do like the moment they have in Japan where they're like, oh, I knew you could do it, and I knew you could take a kid. I love the flashback he has because when we see it in the ocean dub, every single scene in that flashback was either cut, altered, or censored in some way.
Mm-hmm.
So it's basically Ocean flashing back to the worst possible. Like we see Gohan hating the apples, that was cut because they made him like them. We see his uncensored bruised eye, which Ocean cut. We see him falling off a cliff, which Ocean cut. So it's like it means it's like Piccolo is having a dying dream in Ocean, where Piccolo is just like making up things that never happened.
I I do admit that there's a thing in my heart that flutters that first like halting touch into Gohan's hair in that shot. Like I there's so many frames in that I really love, and I think it's so sweet, and it makes something in me be all toasty warm, and it's like, yeah, no, Piccolo gets the dad memes for a reason.
Yeah, we all love Piccolo. I always love that line, like, "Oh, you were the one who taught me. You were my first friend." The
You're my
kind of
first.
smiling face as he's dying. I do love that. Seeing the death scene. I think watching World's Strongest so many times after this. I
Yeah.
always think of Gohan's like happy Mr. Piccolo-san song, which is punctuated. It's such a happy song, punctuated by by the sight
By
of him
him being murdered.
surprised.
I mean, it's a
Like,
defining memory.
yeah.
Yeah, that is definitely a defining memory for Gohan because they kill Piccolo all the goddamn time now. Like, everybody needs to understand that this was a very special moment back then. Now we're killing him in Resurrection F. We're kind of killing him in Superhero. Any chance we get to kill Piccolo in front of Gohan, we're going to take it.
I was always annoyed by him dying in Resurrection F because it's such like an offhand, like, oh, Piccolo's dead. Well, it doesn't.
We got to get Gohan upset. We got to
Yeah.
go. You know what's going to make Gohan upset? We kill Piccolo.
Yeah. I mean, it's just.
Piccolo dying in that always felt like one of those films where an actor leaves midway through the filming. So they have to quickly. It's like, oh, can you come and record the rest of the film? No, I'm busy. Just kill him. It's fine. No one will notice.
Yeah.
Because
He
no
does
one
get to, like,
comments on it after either.
No, no, no. It's just it's one of the many deaths of Piccolo. I mean, if you think about it, people like give Krillin shit, but if you think about it, Piccolo's died, including GT. He's died 4 times.
Hey man, at least in GT he gets to become King of Hell.
Yeah.
Like we don't talk enough about King of Hell Piccolo. Like that is a crazy choice that show made.
Yes, it's also I never liked the idea that he would want to go down with Earth either. Like he can like Earth, but it just felt odd that he was like, "No, I will die too." And it's like him saying he's going to die to take the Black Star Dragon Balls with him makes more sense than him being like, "But Earth is my home. I will die with Earth." It's like, "Oh, okay."
Oh Piccolo. But yeah,
They can visit Yemma again.
Yeah.
we didn't even talk about Nappa dying, by the way.
Oh yeah, Nappa's dead.
Nappa's
Okay.
dead.
He gets the whatever that attack is.
Dirty fireworks is what Sparking Zero call it.
Fireworks.
Yeah.
It's I don't like Nappa's death. I'll say that in general. I think I get why they do it, but it always feels a little bit silly to me of how quickly Vegeta's like, wee! Like the fact Vegeta decides to do the gonna pick you up, then I'm gonna throw you. It's like,
frankly, I think he was looking for the excuse at that point.
I mean, yeah, if I was on the way, he didn't just beam him on the floor kind of thing. Like, it's the fact he goes through the whole thing of, like, slowly picking him up and then throwing him. It's like, this is comedy Vegeta again.
Yeah. I mean, I think of it in terms of, like, early, like, when Piccolo during the 23rd Tenkaichi Budokai was very, like, mustache twirlingly evil. I think it's the same thing that's happening to Vegeta, is that he's also mustache twirlingly evil here. And then later it'll be like, no, he's not just that. We can do other stuff, kinda.
Yeah.
Struck me how Nappa kind of gets forgotten, like, in all of this.
Like,
it must come up in conversations with Bulma. Like how did you first meet? Well, he was killing his best friend, then he killed my best friend and my ex, and this other little guy who hangs around with my friends, and this little doll guy. Yeah, it was a good first date.
Good first date. I can think of worse ones, but do we have any more fun facts before we get into our final
Death
thoughts?
or Cheesecake Factory, and Bulma picked death.
You know what? Respect.
Not really. Apart from the only thing I want to bring up is that we do introduce Fortune Teller Baba again, and this is entirely anime construction to cut away from fights whenever we need. It's quite elegant in it's basically like we don't want to show the entire fight sequence because that would be boring. So whenever things slow down, we'll cut to Baba doing bits with Bulma, and then we'll cut back to however they are. So, oh, okay. It just just adds like a weird MST3K vibe to it with Roshi and his robot pals riffing on Goku dying.
There's always time for bits, but you know what else there's time for? Final thought.
For me, I've talked about how I appreciate the Ocean dub of eliminating some of the filler, especially from some of the more kind of mundane earlier episodes. Um, this is the point where we're starting to get to the other side of that, where it's like, okay, maybe chill a little, maybe don't cram all these episodes worth of content into a single episode, my dude. Yeah, because like I've been saying, I've been watching both simultaneously, and it's like, oh, there's some good stuff in here. Why did you? And it's not particularly violent. Why did you nip the? Okay, fine. So yeah, it's kind of we're getting to the point where the compression is a little more distracting.
Yeah, the compression is more distracting and it's much clunkier. We're seeing like, especially if you keep track during the fight with Nappa, the continuity's all over the shop. Like we're just cutting around with no real rhyme or reason, and it becomes dizzying a little bit because you can't ever sort of ground where these two people are in relation to each other. That causes, especially in this era where combat is still mostly hand to hand, the fact that Goku apparently is teleporting is like, okay, is that a thing that's happening, or is this just you've cut two scenes together? You have to watch Return of Goku for over 9,000. You just have to. Yeah. It's such an iconic moment of anime history that sort of one of the first, I think, anime memes to transcend the anime community. This was almost the first Toonami meme. I think it's going to lay the foundation to where we get to the point where Dragon Ball Z is Cartoon Network's best show, full stop. Not just Toonami, it's breaking records for ratings everywhere. And this led, without this, we wouldn't get Dragon Ball Abridged. I think this defines what Dragon Ball is in the American mindset. I think for a lot of people, if they are probably over 20, you ask them Dragon Ball Z, you're going to get over 9,000 in there somewhere. So it's worth watching, but also the censorship here is still getting really bad. It's the other dimensioning and the cutting of blood, I get it, but this is it, and I'll just I'll never forgive them for removing the corpse checking scene. I get we can't have Goku play with corpses, but I think having him check on Yamcha, having him check on Krillin, and is so important to this upcoming fight that defines why Goku has to break Nappa's spine. Why? Because he's just come and found Yamcha and Tien cold on the ground. He needed that moment of character development to be like, this isn't fun Kid Goku anymore. This is Goku who has got a vendetta, and cutting that was the worst decision.
It like John said, you have to see this mainly for that meme. But yeah, the cuts are getting dirtier and dirtier, and the censorship is getting more and more blatant. But there is like a distinct, there's a weird nostalgia I have for this kind of dubbing that reminds me of being a kid, because I am definitely over the age of 20. And I think that there's something very nice in re-experiencing that, and as an adult, knowing what I'm missing out on, but also seeing where the people who cared about this project were really kind of doing their best with the editorial mandates they had to deal with. But we hope you continue to watch along with us, even though we have pulled into our final destination. That is right. It is time for us to disembark from Toonami Absolution. We want to thank you once again in joining us and talking about the shows that made us us and the shows that made you you. We have been your hosts. My name is Alyx.
I'm Sam.
And I'm John.
And we'll see you next time. Bang.